Let's first focus here on the left side on the researchers, which are looking for funding, have a potentially groundbreaking idea on something that they want to research and they believe can contribute to our understanding. On the other side are entities that are coming from a let's say crypto native background that are just interested in pooling resources, managing that transparently better than and less more frictionless than it would happen in a legal setup. They're doing this basically on-chain and transparent and way more efficient. Now, they pool those resources and they want to find a way to fund those researchers. Now, as they would like to have all their assets, all their resources on-chain, because that's also where their currencies are, we need to bridge the agreement on-chain, and that's where the IP-NFT basically comes into play. And that's what we're here in the middle with Molecule are doing. We're basically on-ramping the legal agreement, and we're helping them off-ramp the cryptocurrencies, which are now basically go to into the researchers' hands in form of euros or USDs, so they can spend it on their research needs and on the resources they need to conduct the research project. Now, we're just one of those providers, and we just developed this framework because we think it will be super beneficial for the whole ecosystem, but also other providers can actually jump in and generate those with the tech stack. And I think one of them, just to highlight again, is LabDAO, which is doing amazing work on enabling like researchers to work together and get labs to basically work together and have IP-NFTs or the need, for example, to transact around lab services also structured on-chain, and the payment for that happening on-chain as well. And that, I think, is just an extension of something similar where data is being aggregated on-chain, access is being managed on-chain, and then researchers can pay directly to those on-chain entities. All right. Having looked at the how it enables research funding, I just want to recap one more time how Molecule basically would go about it. We would talk to the researcher, we get the legal agreement for, let's say, a sponsored research agreement. The sponsored research agreement would get an additional agreement from our side stating that all the future ownership of maybe a rising IP or a rising data goes to the one who is owning it on chain. We package that and have that in our contract. We talk to the specific DAO that might be interested in funding it, and the funds find its way to the researcher. We mint the IP-NFT, transferring the ownership to the DAO, and therefore making this asset transferable also from the DAO to other people if they want to, and add certain components, for example, data storage components that we want to facilitate, for example, when the data flows in from the researcher and the DAO wants to look at those data points. Okay, now let's have a quick look at what are further things that the IP-NFT could enable that we're let's say a little bit brainstorming and cooking up right now already in the background.